your life.
Greg, sound.
Shut it off.
Come on.
It is. I think. Now it is.
All right, so the stream is up. We'll play the video, and then you guys will be all good to go.
What do you get when you put two Minnesotans and a guy from Wisconsin together? Twist. The week in sports talk. Get ready for some sports chatter, where there's sure to be laughing, arguing, and maybe even crying. Now, here are your hosts, Mike Reeves, Matt Benz, and Greg Green Bay Bauman.
Welcome in.
What up? Episode 32, my favorite number, Ontario Smith, the Wizinator.
The Wizinator is right. It's a beautiful thing.
Greg, you know what a Wizinator is?
I remember the story.
What is it?
A Wizinator?
Yeah.
It's a little device thingy that helps you, pass a UA when you might not have the...
It's not a device. It looks like a pecker.
Yeah, it's a rubber pecker that pushes out fake urine.
Anyway, welcome in.
Yeah, welcome in.
Twist,
Way
the
to get it
weekend
going.
sports talk. Good to have you back, Matt.
I survived.
Yeah, where were you?
Look, I mean, a COVID survivor.
Wow.
Did you get a T-shirt?
The hardest part of COVID was watching you two try to do a show without me.
Try.
Yeah.
It was the best
That was
episode we ever had.
that
It
was
was
the
great.
craziest part.
It was
No,
great.
you guys did good.
You had a lot of comments, though, that we never read or listened to or cared about.
I believe it.
Oh.
Yeah.
But no, it was a great episode. It
was great.
Yeah.
Do you guys know we have a Patreon page?
I didn't.
What's
well,
Patreon, Mike?
Well, Tevin, why don't you tell our viewers and listeners what Patreon is?
Yeah, so Patreon is essentially just a place where amateur creators can go online and their viewers, their fans, can donate to the show. You can donate any dollar amount you want, whether it's $1 or $1 million. We accept all forms of currency, and you can donate to the show, and it goes to helping improve the show and what we're doing.
I love it.
It goes to NBC Studios, which is where we're live from right now. So if you like the look,
Especially the $1 million version.
The
donate.
swag. If you got a millie just sitting on ice,
a milli,
throw it at us. We
Just
could use it.
Just do it.
Yeah, I love it. Patreon. I'm actually a Patreon for our show.
You're a Patreoner,
Yeah.
Something like that.
honorary Patreoner.
Yeah.
And they
You
can
know?
take it from you like every month. Like the
So
first
if
of the month.
I support this show, our Twist Nation family should support it, right?
100%.
Absolutely.
So
If
thank
we
you
share
for
it.
tuning in live on Twist Sports Talk on Facebook and RTF Sports Network.
Yeah.
We're actually, as of August 3rd, we have a new lineup on rtfsportsnetwork.com. Twist, I believe, is the same. So this is Central Times. If you go to the website, rtfsportsnetwork.com, it is Eastern. But Mondays, Twist at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Tuesdays, Mike on the Mic at 1 p.m.
Wonderful show.
Wednesdays,
GBG.
GBG, we changed it.
Yeah, GBG.
yep, GBG.
Yep.
Thursdays, Twist.
Yep.
And Fridays, Benzi's Bit. All at
Save
1
the best
p.m.
for
We
last.
own the 1 p.m. slot Monday
love
through
it.
Friday
Yeah.
on rtfsportsnetwork.com. They're also working on an app.
Nice.
Make it much easier on everybody to be
Yeah.
able to go and listen. We're also a part of the Twin
TCN.
Cities Network, TCN family. So you can find that on Facebook as well.
I just like it that on RTF, you can go out to lunch and then slack off for another hour and watch all of our shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Find us on all the podcast platforms,
You're
and we have
welcome.
our own .com. What's that, Greg?
TwistSportsTalk.com.
Wow, we got it right.
Wow.
Imagine that. Good
it
for
was,
you,
That was a
Greg.
test. On GBG, he's always fumbling.
And I'll be honest with you, I was about 75, 80% sure.
He barely knows the name of our show
Oh, I
enough
love
to. So we got a great show for you
created
today.
the name of this
Action-packed
show.
show. So who's our guest?
Pat Micheletti.
NHL insider. I mean, really hockey insider because he knows all about it. But that will be awesome to have him on with the upcoming live.
Gopher legend. He's on Beyond the Pond on KFAN.
Love it.
So
It's gonna be great.
we're gonna fire up my phone.
Yeah, let's fire it up. Get him on the
I
phone
think Pat's just anxiously waiting to
I
talk
bet
to
he
the
is.
Twist fellas.
again.
Yeah, we've had him on
This isn't
before.
his first rodeo.
No. It's yours, though.
It is. What?
A couple 13, 14 shows you've been on.
I'm the pillar of this show.
All right, get Pat Micheletti on here.
Hello.
Pat, how are you, sir?
Good.
Good.
You guys?
We're doing wonderful.
Excellent. Now that we've got you on the line, that's what it's all about. So, yeah, it's excellent.
All right.
If Tevin can find it, I did send him your. Remember your intro we did the last time we had you on?
The cut through ice.
Pat Micheletti skating around
Oh,
like there's confetti.
Something like
Bowl
that.
full of spaghetti.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
So how have you been during this crazy time, Pat?
fine. It's been crazy, right? I mean, I had the kidney transplant, so I'm immune suppressed. So I have to be even more careful than I typically am,
Yeah.
So I haven't been doing too much, walking around the neighborhood and, not too much really, just pretty bored. Been cooking a lot.
There you go. Cooking
So
some good stuff. I believe that. Yes.
That's about it, really. Not a hell of a lot.
Recovery's going well for you, Pat?
Anxious. Yeah, everything's good.
Good.
Everything's good.
Well, it's got to
So,
be nice that
yeah,
you
how
got
about
some
you guys?
hockey on the horizon for while you're at home sitting around bored, right?
Yeah, thank God. Thank God. And, we're going to be doing pregame shows and stuff like that. So I'll be heading back to the station. And so that'll be good.
Awesome.
So how about you guys? Everything good?
Matt just got over having COVID.
Yeah, I had COVID. I was tested.
Are you kidding?
Not kidding. So basically what had happened is I woke up about 3 weeks ago in the middle of the night with a fever. Took my temp, contacted my employer, told him I wouldn't be in and I was going to get tested. So I went and got tested the next day, found out that I did test positive. But really for me, the only symptoms were the fever the one day. Then the next day it was really tired, body aches, things like that. Next day, chest congestion. And then after that, it was done. So basically like a 3-4 day type thing.
Don't
So-
forget the complaining.
Well, the complaining comes with it.
Constant
The hardest
complaining.
part was just
hey, You
quarantining.
can complain all you want.
Yeah.
Was it just awful then, or what?
No,
Or
surprisingly not. It was
horrible?
really, for me, it kind of felt like just flu-like symptoms, very generic things
Oh.
like that. But I had these guys taking care of me, dropping off groceries through a window with no screen on it. So
I was going to say it's more inconvenient to me for you to have
they,
COVID.
they took good care of me. But yeah, we got through it, and now I've been back to work and things like that. So yeah, interesting.
Where do you think you got it from?
Man, no idea, because I had surprising, outside of the studio, we hang out a lot too. So I had these guys with me when we
Right.
went out and about. But other than that, the guys, my coworkers that were with me, they didn't have it. They didn't test positive for it. So it could be from anywhere.
I 100% know where you got it from. You and Greg went to a Goodwill surplus, so it's unlike the Goodwill store.
Yeah.
This is it's in Chaska, so Goodwill doesn't sell the stuff. It goes to this place, and they throw it in bins.
Yeah.
And literally, with the COVID, you got to go. One guy ruffles through the bin. When he's done, you can move on to the bin.
Sure.
And that's where you got it.
But the thing about it is none of you got it and you were with me there. So it's just weird. It's weird. It was like the lottery.
Yeah, well, I'm
it
glad
wasn't fun, but
I'm glad
yeah.
you're okay now.
Thank
that's
you.
Good.
I appreciate
That's
it.
Good. Yep,
So
no
I'm going to
problem.
lead off then, Pat, because
All
I've
right.
got some good questions for you here.
All right.
How important is this, with the lines? I know that Dean Evanson came out and said that he really loves the Donato, Koivu, Hartman line, and he spoke a lot about
Yep.
this line in of itself. He also talks about the depth that he's very happy with on this roster going into these playoffs. Are you as enthusiastic about the depth that the Wild have going into these playoffs?
Well, here's the deal. You're going to need depth. I mean, because you guys, me, everybody, we don't know what we're going to see out of any team. And, after being off for 3.5 months, granted, these guys keep in relatively great shape, but you still don't know what you're going to get. And this is not like you're going in to get ready for a season. You have to be ready from day one.
Yeah.
And, compared to like an exhibition game where You can ease into things. You can work on some things. You have to be ready from the get-go. So the question is, how many guys are going to be ready from the get-go? And how many guys are going to be able to handle the minutes that they did during the season? So that being said, you're going to need everybody. And that goes beyond the guys that are suiting up. The other guys that will not be suiting up have to be ready in case a guy, in game one, if Dean doesn't think, the guy's ready, or didn't have it, or they need to make a change, the next guy up has got to be ready. So it's critical that the team that has the most depth, that has, that he has trust in, are the teams that are going to probably move on.
Was it premature, the Wild, to sign Dean? Or was that the right move?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, guys, because, what I saw, and granted it was a small sample, but you saw a change in attitude, and this is nothing against Bruce, because I like Bruce. I think he's a good coach.
Yep.
But what we saw more of was more inclusion, and that goes to your point about the depth. And you mentioned the Koivu line. Well, at times when Mikko had to make that adjustment from second line center to fourth line center, not an easy thing for any veteran, for any player to do, but he did. And at times that line of Koivu, Donato, and Hartman was their best line and got more minutes. And so what I think that showed everybody is that he's going to include everybody, that everybody's role on the team is really important, not just the top six guys or, whatever the case may be. So I think that brought the team together, and they looked happier. They played with a little more bounce in their step, and I think that was positive. And for me, guys, coaching in the NHL, every coach in the NHL knows the game, or else they wouldn't be there, or else whoever hired them is completely off their rocker. So,
Yep.
To me, the in this day and age with this athlete, it is almost as important to have a coach who has the ability to keep everyone involved, to keep everyone together, to keep the good attitudes. And thus far, Dean has succeeded. So to answer the long-winded answer to your question is, I think it was a right hire.
Awesome. So we did get another new addition, Kirill Kaprizov. For outside kind of looking in fan like myself, how good is he?
I'll put it to you this way. I've seen him play at every level other than the NHL, because he hasn't played there yet. And at every level, he's taken it upon himself to not only adapt, but to supersede the expectations. He did it in the junior championships. He's done it in the KHL, and he's done it in the World Championships. And when you can do that and play at that type of level, it shows me that he doesn't get fazed by who he's playing against. He's just a hockey player who wants to be the best at whatever level he's at. And that really intrigues me about him. He's got a drive to him that you just don't. You can tell a guy till he's blue in the face to go to the net, to work harder, to want to score. But some people just have it, and it's very early. There's going to be an adjustment period. But he has a chance to be really, really good.
And that's the thing with Kaprizov, is that when you watch tape on him, he shines brightest in the most stressful games, when it's really like, that's that it factor that he has, and that's one thing that I've really noticed with him. Obviously, I think there will be a period of time. I think it might take him a season or two to really, snap in. But do you agree with that, Pat?
Well, here's the deal. He's a goal scorer, and I use that term loosely because there's guys who score 30 goals in the league, but they score in the same way. Now, the difference with him, with Kaprizov, is his ability to score different ways. He can score from 2 feet. He can score from 8 feet. He can score on a deke. He can roof it from 2 feet. He's got a quick release. He knows how to use defensemen as screens. He gets to the right spots. He has the nose for the net where if the puck is on his stick, it's going in the back of the net. That's his mentality. And so when you have that, that's, to me, a real definition of a goal scorer, a guy who can score different ways. So, you get him the right center. And this team, there's no question, once free agency hits, I strongly believe that they're either going to make a deal or try to sign someone free in the free agent market to play with him, because they need a centerman. There's no question.
Yeah.
And so I'm very intrigued with seeing him next fall.
So the way you kind of describe, two ways of scoring, you have kind of the Parise who's going to score from a certain points on the ice, and then you have like an Ovechkin who's kind of that playmaker, goal scorer. Kaprizov, which way does he sway?
Well, I think he's more on the Ovechkin side now. Now that's really high acclaim to start comparing someone to Alexander Ovechkin. So I don't want to go that far, but I will say, and he probably doesn't have the power shot that Ovechkin has. That one timer he takes on the power play. But what he does have, he might have a quicker release than Ovechkin does, and so all these guys can shoot the puck, but shoot the puck hard, I should say. But the ability to get the puck off quickly is not as easy for some guys as you might think. And Kaprizov has that weapon in his arsenal.
Hearing you say puck over and over again, that would be so hard to be on the radio and on TV. I would botch and I would drop the F-bomb and I would be fired. So let's talk a little bit about the series coming up with Vancouver. As much as I know Brock Beausier, he's a Burnsville guy. That's about all I know of them. Who really has the edge in this series?
Well, that's a great question. You could ask me about Tampa. You could ask me about Columbus, and we can go through the names of all their great players. But the unknown is how quickly are they going to get their skills back?
Correct.
I think everyone will be in shape, and I think the pace of the game is going to be a lot faster than people think, at least initially. Let's see how guys' minds are in the third period. Who's going to make that mistake because they're tired? And really, guys, to me, the goaltending is going to be ultra critical.
Yeah.
Vancouver has a really good goaltender in Jakob Markstrom, and this kid is going to be a free agent at the end of the year, at the end of this season. Highly touted. And a lot of teams will go after him, and maybe even the Wild might. But I think it's really going to be a low-scoring playoff. At least that's my prediction. So, what team can defend the best, and what team's going to get the best goaltending? Vancouver's got a ton of really good players, starting with Quinn Hughes and Brock Besser and Elias Pettersson, who's a all-star in the making. So, and JT Miller, it's a very good hockey team. So, I think it's a good matchup. I think it's a fair matchup, and it might just come down to goaltending.
Love it.
Fantastic. Are we going to be able to finish with a team holding that Stanley Cup trophy?
We don't know, do we? I mean,
no.
And I say this in all sincerity, is that, listen, there's going to be upsets. there's going to be a surprise team. You know, you really, when you're handicapping this thing, just throw it out the window, close your eyes, pick a name out of a hat, and that team could win. I mean, that's how tight and close I believe it's going to be. So, and that's why I'm glad it's coming back now. It really intrigues me to see, you know, what these teams can do after a 3-month layoff, and some teams like Minnesota getting an opportunity to play in the playoffs, where if the season would have ended, they would not have been in it. So
we're talking to Pat.
It's going to be fun and really, really enjoyable.
We're talking to Pat Micheletti. You can find him on Twitter at PatMick2626. All of our interviews are brought to you by Bricks Boatworks, your local and trusted boat and marine repair.
Awesome. So as always, Pat, you know, we greatly appreciate you taking time out of your day to stop in with us and give us our you're our NHL insider as to do with college hockey, hopefully when that comes around the corner, but we'll get to that when it gets to it. But we greatly appreciate you taking time out, and once again, thanks.
Hey, Greg, why don't you say hi to him since you've been silent this whole damn time?
We based the amount of questions we were going to ask based on our hockey knowledge, which is why my entire hockey knowledge is based on the 1980
right,
U.S.
guys.
hockey team.
Yeah, that's
Hi,
awesome.
Greg.
Hey,
How are you?
Well,
Yeah. Hey guys, anytime I appreciated it and enjoyed it as always.
I'm learning a lot.
thanks, Pat. We appreciate it. Keep recovering,
Yep.
and have a good rest of your weekend.
All right. Take
Thanks,
care.
buddy.
Bye bye.
Beautiful. I'm glad that Greg actually got to kind of chime in there, because
Well,
most
in all
people
honesty-
wouldn't know. They would have thought you were a cardboard cutout.
Well, in all honesty, it is fun listening to him
Oh, of
because,
course.
I mean, he is so insightful, and I admittedly don't know a lot about hockey.
Sure.
So I can take what he said. Because if I would have asked one question, it would have been, who benefits from this quick turnaround into a playoff?
Right.
And he flat out said,
Yep.
it could be anyone. So now watching hockey, when I do, I'm going to be like, okay, well, this could be anyone. Let's see
Right.
who, you know.
So I have a question for Matt.
Sure.
Seeing as though me and you are about on the same hockey level.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a step ahead.
Yeah.
How'd you like my on the fly questions?
It was brilliant.
It sounded good, huh?
You sounded like you were a freaking.
I could tell by his face. He's like,
You sounded like you were putting the biscuit in the basket. I love it. It was great.
Mike asked a question and looked at me, and I'm like, how the hell did he know this?
yeah. Oh,
That's
good.
beautiful. So that's very professional. That went good.
And then I looked at Matt to make sure you pronounced the name right.
Well, you know, yeah.
Whatever. All right, again, thank you, Bricks Boatworks, our
Bricks.
interview sponsor. So let's
Love
kick off the show. We're going to start it as always, and Ben's going to get to some headlines.
Yes, we've got some great ones this week, as we do all week and every week. Let's go here.
Wika.
Wicca? Question mark? Starting it off, Barry Alvarez warns Wisconsin athletics at risk if football season canceled. Wisconsin's athletic department is projecting revenue losses between 60 and 70 million if the Badgers play a conference-only 10-game season, and losses of more than 100 million if the upcoming football season is canceled because of the coronavirus.
Wow, you're starting it off with Green Bay Greg's demographic. We're starting it with Wisconsin. Okay.
We'll give him a shout out. We'll give him a little shout out.
See you later, Mike.
On to the next one. Oh, go ahead, Greg.
No, I was just going to say, you could take out the words Wisconsin and Barry Alvarez and put in any team in that. They're all going to lose a crap ton of money if they don't play.
Right, understandable,
Yeah.
but that was the
He
headline.
was the only
Greg.
one- yeah.
I choose the headlines. Next, sources
Mike's
state a proposal would let Notre Dame vie for ACC title in 2020. The ACC is considering various scheduling models for the upcoming season, including one that would have Notre Dame eligible to play in the conference championship. Sources told ESPN on Friday. The preferred scheduling model is expected to be presented to them next Wednesday.
Is it just me, or every time I hear Notre Dame, I hear Rudy?
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
We're going to go inside. We're going to go outside. We're
They
going to go
are-
inside
they
and
are one
outside.
of the most overrated current football programs in the nation.
Oh, I love them. I got a
sure,
hoodie.
You might love them. That's fine, but they are very overrated.
Doesn't
They
matter.
Always get that
But
bump.
they're still going to kick ass in the ACC.
Of course.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah.
If it happens. Next, Tyreek Hill predicts Chiefs will win 7 Super Bowls. Chris Jones predicted earlier this week that the Kansas City Chiefs would win 5+ rings in the coming years. Tyreek Hill went on and say, "We're definitely creating something special here in KC, so I don't see why not. Why say 5? Why not go 7 rings? Right now, we're just chasing Michael Jordan. So that's what we do. So I'm going over 5, and I'm saying 7.
Maybe chase Tom Brady, somebody in your own sport.
Tom Brady actually tweeted back at Tyreek Hill and said, yeah, I'm thinking 7 too, or something along those lines. Don't quote
I mean, I see it.
But
you
he's
know.
like, yeah.
They're good
He's
enough,
like-
but keep in mind that when Dan Marino went to his first Super Bowl in his second year, they thought he'd win 3. He was never back.
Speaking of Dan Marino, I read this article on broke former athletes.
Yeah.
And basically, when Tupac, they did that concert of him in the hologram.
Yeah.
Dan Marino got a chub on it so hard that he invested millions of dollars in the company that ended up folding, and he lost $12.5 million.
He could have put that on our Patreon. We would have been golden.
Oh,
Can you
God.
imagine? Invest here. Next, MLB Players Union agreed a playoff expansion for 2020. The Major League Baseball and MLB Players Association agreed Thursday to expand the playoffs from 10 to 16 teams for the 2020 season. This season will be a sprint to a new format and will allow more fans to experience playoff baseball, Rob Manfred said. We look forward to memorable postseason concluding a year like no other.
This is great watching you adapt to paper.
Do you like this
Yeah.
paper?
Greg and I outvoted him and had him get rid of that box computer on the table. So I just loved this.
The flip. It's all about the flip.
That was phenomenal.
And
Great
you
job.
got to stack it when you're done. So you
Yeah.
look like a news reporter. There you go. Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Lastly, Blue Jays play home games in Buffalo this year. The displaced Toronto Blue Jays will play in Buffalo amid the pandemic. An official familiar with the matter told the Associated Press the Blue Jays will play at Saline Field. The park is where the team's AAA affiliate plays. Beautiful. They got a home. Welcome to the U.S.
Brilliant.
Yeah, the
Eh?
land of the free. Eh?
Welcome, eh?
No big deal. And now for the headline of the week.
Dun, 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 dun.
Headline
Are you
the
pumped? Oh, I like that.
Love it. There you go. Thanks, Tevin.
Greg, you're going to love this headline of the week.
Bring it.
Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer agrees to multi-year contract expansion.
Great.
The expansion is set to keep Zimmer in Minnesota 1 year beyond when quarterback Kirk Cousins' deal runs out after the 2022 season.
Great.
What are your guys' feelings?
It's like when the Packers are paying half of Jay Cutler's salary to keep him in Chicago. Keep Zimmer. You guys
Sure.
aren't doing well with them. We're on top of the division every year.
We're not doing well with them, you
We're on
said?
top of the division, 13-3 last year. You
So
guys went
Zimmer is the third winningest head coach in the team's history with a record of
doesn't say a lot.
57, 38, and 1.
Bud Grant would
That's
slap
almost
that
a
lipstick off your
600
face.
record, and has taken the Vikings to the postseason in 3 of the past 6 seasons.
And they went 1-5 in the
Minnesota
division
enters
last year.
the 2020 season coming off an overtime win with the NFC wildcard round, which the Packers didn't win a playoff game in.
We didn't have
last
to play that
season.
round.
Right,
We had a
correct.
bye.
Yeah, and you got smoked. No big
We
deal.
didn't have to play that round.
Throughout his tenure in Minnesota, Zimmer's defenses have ranked no lower than 9th in scoring over the past 5 seasons, achieving top 5 finishes in 2015 and 19, along with the first place mark in 2017.
Greg sounds like every person's ex-girlfriend out there. Excuses for days. Well, we didn't have to do that. Well,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Right. It's okay. He definitely, in my aspect, I know Mike is not as big of a fan of Zimmer. He wants a new regime, but I personally like this. I don't want to bring in a new coach with new schemes and new way of thinking with Kirk.
I think the right move is to sign him to an extension.
Yeah.
You got to back that up with getting Rick Spielman because those two are
Sure.
married. My thing is kind of like what Pat Micheletti said, is there tends to be stalility. Stalility?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stale?
Yeah.
I just tried to make up my own word,
And
I
you
think.
did. I
That's
think you did
beautiful.
well.
Thank you.
I'm going to
Yeah.
use that in my normal every
So Bruce
day.
Bordeaux, he's probably a Hall of Fame coach, but at some point, the team just doesn't respond. I don't think that's the same for Zimmer. I think he really has a way of getting through to the Vikings.
Yes.
But at the same time, and I've talked about this on Mike on the Mic, I think we need an offensive-minded guy. I wrote a blog a couple weeks ago about Byron Leftwich. Robert Sala, 49ers defense. I really wanted to bring those two in, both young, hip now, with it now, whatever. So no, I do like it. Zimmer's a beast.
Yep.
I'm happy with it.
Yep.
Because otherwise, it's just turmoil this season.
What you either need is a new head coach who's offensive minded, or if you're going to keep Zimmer, which is fine, he is a great coach. You just need someone like someone with more of an offense, a bigger name, offensive coordinator.
You know, you got Gary
Like a
Kubiak,
Gary Kubiak.
who is a big name, but I want like a Sean McVay.
I was going to say, you're already saying that some people's voices kind of get blurred out.
Yeah.
Kubiak just needs to move on. You know,
He's Zimmer 2.0. I mean, they're the same person.
That's why it works.
Yeah.
That's why it will work.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah, so that's good. I'm happy for him.
I'm happy.
He
Let's get
definitely
Spielman
deserves-
signed.
He deserves to be a head coach in the NFL. There's no doubt about that, and I'm glad he's ours. So good.
Agreed.
So good consistency. All right.
all right, great,
well, there it is.
fantastic,
Headlines and headlines of the week.
Love it.
great.
Now it's time to get learned with
Here we
some
go.
history.
Today on this day,
I don't need to put that back there.
look at that. See, that's a professional stacking papers.
I did that.
All right, this day in history. In 1814, the Battle of Niagara Falls, Lundy's Lane. Americans defeat the British, as they should. Damn Brits. 1866, Ulysses S. Grant named the first general of the Army. Not a boy. 1940, John Sigmund begins swimming for 89 hours and 46 minutes in the Mississippi River.
Cardio.
Now, this dude's my idol.
I was going to say, you got tired.
I had 3 minutes of swimming. So last weekend we did celebrate Benzi's bachelor party.
Yeah.
I don't even know why we didn't touch on that, Greg. Let's just pause history for a second.
It is history.
So we had a bachelor party.
Yeah.
I'm the best man, so I planned it. We're all, well, obviously he's in the wedding, but Greg's in the wedding as well. And
I
we
planned
did
to be, yeah.
we did the Batchlympic Games.
Yep.
So we went old school. It was groom, best man, and we picked our squad. So obviously,
Yep.
Benzi, you picked your squads first.
Correct.
And you passed on Greg with your number 1 overall pick.
Yep.
Great call.
So I swooped in, got Greg
It was.
with my first pick. We had 7 events.
Yeah.
We didn't get to 7, did we,
We didn't
Greg?
need them. We didn't need
We
7.
did not need them. Team
Correct.
best man took the gold
Yep.
in 6.
You guys really earned it. It was a great time though. I mean, we didn't. So we got to 6 games. Luckily, we didn't have to play a 7th because there was some severe weather. It was
It would just made the
hail
7th game more
bouncing off
interesting.
of new vehicles.
Oh, I'd have played in the
and,
hail.
It was power went out. We ended up packing up after that, but I slept very well that night.
So speaking of, and this is kind of the segue that got to this.
Sure.
So the day before Greg and I went out, we took the pontoon out. It ran out of gas. I don't even know how we got it out because there was no gas to start, but we immediately ran out of gas. We ended up fueling up after a nice tow from a lovely couple.
Yeah.
And then we went out to the middle of the lake, and I decided to jump in. It
Yeah, you did.
was a little windy, and it was very hard to swim back.
And that was like 3 minutes. Of
3
swimming.
minutes, and I almost died. Our other buddy said, "You want to light raft or whatever the hell it's called?"
Life jacket.
I looked at him like he was deaf and blind. Are you crazy? I'm an Olympic swimmer. I almost died 3 minutes. So John Sigmund, 89 hours, 46 minutes in the Mississippi River.
Puts you to shame.
Wow. 1946 at Club 500 in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis staged their first show as a comedy team. Greg still has his ticket stub.
Yep.
1961, Roger Maris hits home runs 37, 38, 39, and 40 in a doubleheader.
Sounds like Max Kepler.
That'll keep you in the lead.
It does. 1956, Bob Dylan is booed. He's a local guy.
Yeah.
Duluth.
Duluth,
Or actually,
Minnesota.
Hibbing, I think. I think it's Hibbing.
Hibbing, Minnesota. That reminds me of the Mighty Ducks. Mike Reeves, Burnsville, Minnesota. 1965, Bob Dylan is booed by sections of the crowd at the Newport Folk Festival for performing with an electric guitar.
Wow.
The beginning of folk rock. 1978, Cincinnati Red, Pete Rose sets NL record hitting in 38 consecutive games.
Beautiful.
Yeah. 1990, Roseanne Barr
Oh.
sings the national anthem at the Cincinnati Reds San Diego Padres game.
Oh
God, I remember that. That was disgusting.
Yikes.
I was 5. I do not. 1991, Pittsburgh Steelers guard Terry Long treated for an apparent suicide attempt after he learned he tested positive for steroid use.
Ooh.
You think he knew he was going to test positive? He was the one using them.
Yeah.
Fucking crybaby. 1997, quarterback Brett Favre
Favre.
re-signs with the Green Bay Packers for $50 million for 7 years. Now, I love this. So 7 years, I didn't know you could do past 5. And then Mahomes signs a $500 million contract.
Yeah.
And he gets 50 for
Well, Favre
7.
was making more off of Wranglers than that.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And dick pics. Also in 1997, Autumn Jackson found guilty of trying to extort $40 million from Bill Cosby. Now, I wonder what Autumn Jackson was trying to extort him on.
Yeah. Blackmail.
Also in 1997, Ben Hogan, American golfer, 9-time major title winner, U.S. Masters 1951 and 1953, dies of a stroke at 84.
R.I.P.
Good life. Good life.
1999, last but certainly not least, 86 Tour de France. Lance Armstrong wins first of 7 consecutive Tour de France titles, but is later disqualified for drug cheating.
Doping.
Not just cheating, drug cheating, doping.
Poor guy's got 1 ball and he can't even dope.
Well, that's it. That's all I got.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Hope you got learned.
I did.
It's a good time.
It's brilliant.
I'm ready to
A
rant.
lot happened in 1997 on this day.
Yeah.
That was overwhelming.
A lot going on in 97.
Yeah.
I was 12.
Are you ranting first?
Fuck it.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
Bring it.
Yeah. Yeah. You got it. There it is. You just have to start it up. Yeah.
According to Adam Schefter of ESPN, the team will now refer to itself as the Washington football team until a new name is chosen. So they're going to keep their colors, burgundy and gold.
Yep.
Keep the color scheme, replace the old logo. They're going to put the numbers on the helmet like Alabama. Greg and I were talking about this. You said they used to do this, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so it's nothing new.
Throwbacks.
So that gives them time to work on a full rebrand, as getting that done by the regular season opener in September seemed ambitious. So this is what drives me nuts. For everybody that doesn't know, my family owns a printing and marketing company.
Yeah.
Okay, so Greg, you walk in, right?
Correct.
You want your own company.
Yes.
What kind of company you want?
Let's just say.
Look at how excited he is. He gets to start his own business
Yeah.
here on Twist. All right.
Yeah, I'm running a podcast.
Okay, so you want a podcast.
Yeah.
All right, so Greg walks in, wants to do his own podcast.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do for him at Minuteman Press in one day.
Yeah.
Guarantee I could get this done.
Wow.
I'm going to get you a logo.
Mhm.
Okay. We're going to get you we don't do website stuff, but I can do it. We'll get you a domain. Okay. I'm going to set your website up.
Done.
I'm going to set your social media up.
Done.
Let's get you some apparel.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
You want some signage?
Oh yeah, why not?
What about some print marketing? You
That
want some
would be
business
nice.
cards
Business
to hand
I
out?
could hand out to my friends and relatives.
Promotional products take 2 weeks, but we get those ordered for you.
Great, great.
So basically, Greg's podcast,
Yeah.
We'll call it GBG.
we'll call it GBG, is logoed up, branded up,
Yeah.
and out the door
In the day.
for a great rate in one day.
Yeah.
Now you're telling me the NFL can't rebrand in time for the NFL season, that they're just going to go with the Washington football team? LeBron James woke up from a nap and damn near fell off his bed.
Yeah.
This is the most embarrassing thing probably since 2 days before, when they were busted out for having glass stairs and looking up ladies' skirts. They just can't seem to do a damn thing right in Washington. They might as well just get the Krakens over from Seattle, and we'll just make them the new team of
You
the
see those jerseys?
NFL too.
That's a great looking logo though.
Those
The
jerseys
logo
are
is
tight.
the jersey's crap.
No, come on.
crap.
Keep going. I'm not going to interrupt your rant.
So they hope to remove the old markings on physical and digital spaces in the next 50 days.
Sure.
What's crazy is
How about hit the delete button?
they rebranded, so they already have jerseys.
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Washington so they actually put work into rebranding the Washington football team, where they actually could have came up with something. What they should do is just decide on the route they're going to take,
Correct.
and then do the colors. Like, stop being so feet in the sand. We're not moving, hard pressed, keeping our colors.
Yep.
Just rebrand
Yes.
and get it done.
Correct.
I'm done.
Just
Good
go-
for you.
They should just go to Hollywood, get the costumes, the uniforms from when they were the replacements, when they were the Washington Sentinels, and just go with that.
Keanu.
I don't know. What's the Sentinel?
What's that?
What's a Sentinel?
The Sentinels? I don't know what that was from. No, I don't know. I mean, it was in the movie The Replacements. I don't
Great
know what-
movie.
Yeah.
So my question is, who is their mascot going to be? The state? It's just going to be like a guy in a state costume?
By the way, Washington D.C. is not a state.
It's a district
Oh.
of Columbia.
So it's not even the Washington football team. It's the Washington, D.C. football team,
Okay.
right?
No. It's not according to Adam Schefter of the 4-Letter Network.
Fuck Adam Schefter.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, you're up.
Why do I have to go?
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah, you're pumped up.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Way to
So-
hold your ground.
Dan Snyder over here.
Yeah.
Matt touched on it when he talked about Toronto playing their games in Buffalo. So the baseball season started on Thursday. On Monday, it came out that Toronto was not going to be allowed to play their home games in Canada.
Yeah.
By the way, just for the reference of this story, this has never changed. Canada didn't come out on Monday and say this. Canada has always said there's going to be no sporting events in Canada for the rest of 2020.
Yeah.
So what happens on Monday? It comes out that they can't play games. This is literally like building a school. And you go to the state, you go to the city, you get your engineers and your electricians and your contractors and get everything set up. And in just a few days before school starts, little Jimmy goes in and finds out that there's no 3rd grade classroom.
Yeah.
And then so what do? Their first choice is we're going to play the games at PNC Park where the Pittsburgh Pirates play.
Sure.
So that's like going into the 4th grade class and the 4th grade teacher says, no, you can't play here.
Correct.
So now at the last minute, they decide that they're going to play in Buffalo, which doesn't have proper lighting for TV.
Of course not. It's Buffalo.
Yeah, there is nothing more Major League Baseball in 2020 than this story. You're trying to tell me on your list of things to accomplish, on your to-do list,
Yes.
your checklist of things that you need done before the baseball season starts. In your top 10, it wasn't make sure all the teams have a place to play. Wasn't listed in the top 10.
No.
This is ridiculous. There's nothing more baseball than this story.
Yeah, number 1 was don't get COVID.
Yeah, number 1, don't get COVID. Number 2, let's make sure all of our teams have a place to play. I can't
Right.
think of anything that would be more, but no, you know what they got? We were talking about this morning. They have like virtual fake AI people in the stands.
Starting today.
Yeah, but you know what they didn't have? A place for one of your teams to play until like Wednesday.
It was the Blue Jays, though.
It was the Blue Jays. But you know what? I don't know. Okay, I'm done. I just think that there's nothing more baseball than this story.
Yeah, poor little Jimmy, nowhere to go.
Yeah, no,
It was great.
Yeah.
You did good.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah. So my rant is actually going to be baseball related too.
Wow.
Yeah, imagine that. So in the past few days, ever since baseball started scrimmaging on ESPN and so on and so forth, there is constant Twitter feed and other people that I know that are like, oh, baseball, I can't watch it. It's just unwatchable without fans in the stands and this and that and the piped in fan noise, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? Like literally when I'm watching a baseball game, I'm looking at either the catcher, the pitcher, the batter, or the defensive player making the play. Never do I really look up into the stands. I'm not looking for the smoke show behind home plate with their tits hanging out. I'm Mike maybe,
that's Mike's
but I'm
job.
not. I'm watching the game of baseball, right? And all these people are making this huge fuss about it. And it's like, what's going to happen when NFL comes back with no fans? What's going to happen with NBA with no fans? Who cares? You're watching it to watch the sport.
Have you seen the NBA scrimmages? They're weird.
Yeah.
There are weird, and I understand that concept of it, but it's live sports
Yeah,
in
I'll
2020
take it.
during a pandemic. Baseball was awesome. Watched the Twins last night here and there, faded in and out because I was sleeping in and out of it. But still, to see the games being played, it's just that hint of normalcy, and we make it more weird than it actually needs to be. Like Greg was talking about. Oop,
Wow.
Tippy cup.
That would have ruined your computer. How do I sound on here?
Sound great.
Better there now.
So, anyways, like I was saying, Greg's talking
Anyways
about...
isn't a word.
Anyways?
No, it's not. It's anyway.
Anyway.
Right, Greg?
Right.
Thanks.
Oh my
But
god,
anyway.
these knuckleheads. Anyway, so they're doing these like MLB The Show fans in the stands starting today on I believe Fox or something like
Yep,
that.
Fox.
So that's interesting in and of itself. But what I was telling Greg, just put a green screen all the way around, like the netting, all the way around the field, and just have advertising. Just don't even see the seats. Just have advertising. You'll make even more money. You'll be able to pay your players more. And that's my rant.
I like
And
it.
my $1 million idea.
We could have the twist logo.
Why do you need to see all these
Ooh.
empty? Ooh, that would be great. It would be a pretty penny. We'd need Patreon money. So go
Oh,
throw us some Patreon.
Twist Sports
bucks.
Talk,
Beautiful.
just like our .com.
So that's my rant for the day.
just like all our social media.
Good for you.
Yeah. Twist Sports Talk.
TwistSportsTalk.com.
Throw a couple bucks at us.
Those are the rants. Great job,
Yeah,
guys.
Good
Well.
stuff.
Quality rants.
Oh, so I'm going to need your pen a little early, Greg.
Yeah, Greg
Thank
gets
you.
all pissed off when he has to share his pen.
I'd have nothing in my hands.
Sanitize.
We
that.
like to bet here.
Yeah, we do.
We do. We even have our own tweeter machine. What's that?
Fishbowl bets.
No, at Twist Bets.
I'll add twist bets, but fishbowl bets.
Fishbowl
maybe.
bets, which
Yeah.
coming up we have a fishbowl bet.
Yeah, we do. Do you know that? And Zion, hopefully he's quarantined.
If
enough to
Zion
try.
doesn't play, you lose.
I know.
I was thinking about that last
Yeah.
night. Like, I want to see Zion play, but I'd rather throw water in Matt's
That's
face.
such horseshit. So, anyways,
Because LeBron will score more if Zion doesn't play. So we do
Right.
have bet of the week.
Yep,
It's the bet of the week.
love it.
So Matt was gone last week. So anyway, I went
Not anyways.
not anyways. So I went 1-1 last week. I started off, or a few weeks ago, I started off 0-2. So I went 1-1 to bring me to 1-3.
Ouch.
Benzie started off 1-1. He went 1-1
Correct.
for 2-2.
Yep.
And Green Bay Greg started off 1-1. He also went 1-1 to tie Ben's at 2-2. So the leaderboard is tied
Good guys.
2-2 for the good guys.
Yep.
And me, I'm a bad guy.
Bottom feeder.
Naughty
Yeah.
man. So this week, bet of the week, we have our lock and we have our upset. Now I'll start since mine's done.
Yeah.
Okay.
My lock is going to be on the 31st. I'm going to be in the NBA. I love the basketball.
Nice.
Dribbling. So I think the Suns are my lock to beat the Wizards. July 31st.
Good
My
pick.
upset, and this is depending on Zion, is the Pelicans beating the Jazz.
Wow. Hot take.
There you
They
go.
should still be able to beat him without him, but yeah,
Nah,
it'll be tough.
it'll be tough. So
Good
that's
picks.
my
I like
lock
that.
and my upset.
I like that.
Nice.
So for my picks, both are going to be playing today.
Wow.
Today. So my lock is going to be the Braves defeating the Mets. Okay.
Okay.
And then,
And that's today.
yes. And then my sleeper is going to be the D-backs defeating the Padres.
Okay. Got it.
So I'm sticking with baseball. I like that.
All right, I'm going to stick with baseball too, but I'm going tomorrow.
Ooh.
Tomorrow's games, mainly because the games I was looking at were being played like right now. So tomorrow, my lock for tomorrow will be the Dodgers over the Giants,
You would pick the Dodgers.
and then my upset is going to be tomorrow the Brewers over the Cubs.
Oh, there you go.
And I saw that the only reason why they're actually an underdog is because they lost yesterday.
Starting the season off like
So a
shit.
fun little fun fact, marketing, logos, all this stuff.
Hmm.
I didn't know the mitt had an
didn't know that?
MB in it.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
Did you?
The Milwaukee Brewers. Yeah.
Their logo, their mitt
It's
is
M-
an M
and a
and then
B.
the B.
Wow.
Great logo.
Yeah.
Great logo.
Yeah.
It
They
is.
got that at Minuteman Pros?
Logo design?
They must have got it done there.
100%.
Yeah.
There it
Not
is.
that
It's
one,
on
but
the
we do
screen.
it.
Bet of the week.
Yeah, there.
Love it.
So bet of the week. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
This might be my favorite part. I'm going to keep the pen for this.
Yep.
It's time to game.
Yeah.
Let's hit that game show. Get my blood flowing.
I got to get in the zone.
All I know is this cold press is just pumping. I'm gonna be sharp as a tack today. I can already feel it. I can just.
What did I
it.
get you?
Cold press.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what a cold press is, Greg?
No.
Cold press is basically just a stronger brewed coffee that's.
Oh, you got
chilled.
him that? Did
Yeah,
you
he
give
had
me mine
cash.
too?
I didn't know the Matchbox
Oh.
only
Yeah, the
accepted.
Match-
Well,
cash.
why'd you let him hand it to me
He
then?
was running to you. Did you notice that?
No, I was not
He was
running.
running
Well,
to
no, I was listening to some Tony Yayo out in the parking lot getting hyped
To
for the
fill-
show.
To fill in our audience,
Stop.
Matt and I got here early, went across the street to the Matchbox, got some coffee, and it said cash only. And Matt got frustrated. I said, "Oh, I got some cash." And then he grabbed Mike's coffee, which we got from Mike, and ran it like dead sprint across the street.
Now he's
he
fibbing.
Could,
You
so
can't
he
even
could
see
be the
his
one
eyes.
to give it.
So up until now, I thought it was from Matt.
no, it was from me.
Thank you.
Who was the one that told you to get him one?
I would have gotten him one. I was
Yeah.
the one who said Mike doesn't like fancy coffee. And then you went on this diatribe about how Mike doesn't spend a lot of money on coffee. He'll spend $75 on shoes, but he won't spend $4 on a coffee.
Right.
Sure,
Because he's got Keurigs.
I do.
He's got a K
Yeah.
cup.
All
It's all
right.
about the cups.
All right, let's get
All
to
right,
the game.
get it.
Time for the game. Tevin, we got that game show music.
Oh, there it is.
Oh. Welcome to another edition of Twist Sports Talk Game. This week, we have Greg Green Bay Bauman
Yeah.
going head-to-head against Benz. So today's game is rapid fire.
Bring it.
Initial game.
Mm-hmm.
The initial, very conceited of me.
M.
M.
Good initial.
Rapid fire. So rapid fire means what, Greg?
We yell out our name, and it's so it's gonna be quick. Quick.
It is quick. Some of them are very easy. So here we go. If it comes down and you guys think it's a tie, I'll give you my opinion. Maybe we'll have Tevin chime in. But
Go ahead.
Tevin, who you got this week? You got Green Bay Greg or Benz? Who you thinking is going to win?
Being a lifelong Vikings fan, I cannot side with Green Bay Greg, so
Appreciate
we're going to
you.
go with Matt.
That's
All
team
right.
money.
Wow. All right.
Team money right
Okay.
there.
The world is against me.
Well, I'll take you, Greg.
Appreciate it.
There we go.
It's that bottom.
Fuck right off, man.
Hey,
It's
fuck
that-
you.
It's that bottom of coffee.
Question number 1, the initials game. Rapid fire edition, initial M. A popular kid's dinner.
Matt.
Greg.
Matt.
Mac and cheese.
Benz. Question number 2, a computer company.
Greg.
Greg.
Microsoft.
Matt.
Matt.
Mac.
Mac. Benz. It could have gone either way.
Microsoft is actually a software.
It is. It's a company, though,
It's all
too.
right, though, Greg. You did good.
Wow.
Take those shades off. Maybe you could see the light.
Question. Question number 3. Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth.
Pass. Don't know.
Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. It's a line in a movie.
Yeah.
Tevin?
Oh, Greg. Mighty Ducks.
There it is. GBG on the board. Don't you remember that? Bombay's and Mr. Ducksworth owns the law firm.
Sure. Yep.
Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth.
Nope.
Wow. Song by Lou Bega.
Greg.
Greg.
Mambo number 5.
There you go. Tie ball game. 2-2. Question number 5. This is an iconic printing company.
Matt. Minuteman Press.
Boom!
Oh, man. It was so easy. It was right underneath
Oh,
my freaking
man.
nose, man. I love it.
Iconic printing
Yeah.
company.
Get
there
it.
you go. Had to do it.
Yeah.
The meaning of this name is godly like.
Matt. Matthew.
Greg. Michael.
Ding, ding, ding.
I'm the gift of God, bro.
Google it.
I
Wow.
believe it.
Godly like Michael.
Whatever.
3-3 tie ball game. Question number 7. We live here.
Matt.
Greg.
Minnesota.
Benz. We are here.
Greg.
Greg.
Minneapolis.
Wow.
I didn't even know he's on the next question. That was brilliant.
That was
Way to
good.
sleep on me.
Wow, 4-4. This is tight. We got 5 questions to go. Question number 9. We attend this on Wednesdays.
Greg.
Greg.
Mayday.
That was close. I gave it to Greg.
That's all right.
Number 10. 5-4. Green Bay Greg. Winner gets a green jacket.
Matt.
Matt.
Masters.
Wow.
I got a hole in one on a par 4.
Tie ball game 5-5. 3 questions to go. You would drink a beer out of this.
Greg.
Matt.
Mug.
6-5. 2 to go. You need this, Greg. Another name for a baseball glove.
Greg.
Greg.
Mitt.
Tie ball game. 1 to go. This is fun. This is for all the marbles. And this is crazy. Dan Reeves, Papa Smurf, if you're watching, I actually came up with this question at work talking about the game while I did over the questions with him, not knowing we were even going to need a tiebreaker. For the win. Big party in New Orleans.
Greg.
Matt.
Mardi Gras.
Ding, ding, ding. Wow.
That's right, Tevin. You already know, bro. You already know.
All I do is pick winners.
Oh,
Bet on me. Bet on me.
congratulations.
I think that's a bet of the week, lock of the week.
Yeah, that was a lock.
That was.
It was close, though. Good
Tevin
job,
with
Greg.
the lock. Great
Greg won
job,
the last
fellas.
game, so I'm glad I could take a W there.
So we're going to get out of the sandbox a little bit.
Yeah,
So a couple weeks ago, we did the bracket.
sure.
Yep.
So we're going to do the bracket probably for the next 7 months. I have many of them.
Yeah.
Just gets us out. Sometimes they're going to be about sports.
Sure.
Sometimes not. What did we do last week, Greg?
It was 2 weeks ago, and we did it on things to do while in quarantine.
What won?
I don't remember.
It was jerking off.
Feeding the ducks.
Yep. Jerking off. Self-pleasure was the winner of the best
I'm
thing
surprised
to do.
masturbation wasn't an answer to one of those M's. I would have for sure got it. He wouldn't have even said it.
The thing I did in the car while you ran up.
The saint over here.
So this week, we are going to identify through our bracket who is the biggest pop culture icon.
Oh, I'm ready.
So we have 4 areas. We have music, we have athletes, we have film, and we have entertainment. So we're going to start in the music.
Yeah.
So right away, we have Katy Perry versus Kanye West. I'm going Kanye.
Well, yeah, I think he's
Biggest pop culture icon. I mean, the
Then you
guy's
gotta go-
running for
I'll go-
president.
No, he isn't. He pulled out, and now he's bipolar.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Showing. I'm
like-
gonna go Katy Perry,
I like Katy Perry's
just
music
because Kanye is a wreck.
now. Yeah, I really.
He's a
don't
wreck. And pop. Yeah, I'm going with Katy Perry. She's more relevant.
Wow.
She's also won the.
She's not more relevant.
for
She's won the
sure.
Judges on American
Please
Idol.
comment right now. We are a live interactive show. I want you
I'll
to
just do
comment.
the Twitter test here right now. Twitter test, right?
Okay,
Katy?
next one.
Beyonce or Lady Gaga?
See,
This is tough. They should have met in like a championship, but this is music.
I'm going Lady
Beyonce
Gaga.
or Lady Gaga?
Beyonce.
I'm going Beyonce.
So Katy Perry has 108 million followers.
Almost as many as me.
Kanye.
1.8.
Oh, I thought you said 18.
Greg, you don't even have one. Kanye has 30.5 million.
Yeah.
So
You guys are
100 and
idiots.
some to 30.5.
She has 100?
Yeah, she has.
Oh, I thought you said
108.
1.8.
He has 30.5 million, and she has 108 million. Pop culture, baby.
Wow.
All right.
Drake versus Justin Bieber.
Justin
Drizzy.
Bieber.
Drizzy.
Bieber.
OVO.
Drake.
Yeah. Bieber.
I like his music.
Yeah, we know.
God.
Bruno Mars or T Swift?
Oh, Bruno.
T Swift.
T Swift.
Bruno fell off. Where's he at?
All right, let's go down to film.
Ooh, I like film.
The Rock or Steve Carell?
The Rock.
That's a
The Rock
So
is in-
tough.
The Rock
Steve
is
Carell.
The
Because
Rock
I'll.
is in every movie out right now.
Yeah, you got young kids.
I'm
I
saying-
understand that. I'm going Steve Carell because I can watch The
What has
Office.
he done?
I love
do
Steve
you
Carell, but again, this is the biggest pop culture icon,
Yeah.
and it's The Rock.
Yeah. The
Okay.
Rock. I think The Rock should win this whole thing.
Oh, here he's getting ahead of himself. He hasn't even heard all the contestants.
Unbelievable. Natalie Portman or Jennifer Lawrence?
Jennifer Lawrence. Absolutely.
I guess.
Natalie Portman's not really that
Yeah.
relevant right now.
Not the Star Wars.
Tina Fey or Amy Poehler?
Amy Poehler.
They're the same person.
Basically.
Uh,
It's more of a who'd you rather do?
No.
You got to go with Tina Fey just because of the whole Palin thing that kept her relevant for so long.
Jesus.
Yeah, for
that's
so
what-
long, 20 years ago.
Poehler.
Poehler.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell or Leo DiCaprio?
Leo.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
Oh, his new stuff is just
Over to
trash.
athletes. LBJ or Lindsey Vonn?
LeBron.
LeBron.
You know she touched my butt when we took a picture together? She didn't, but we did take a picture together. She is hot, man.
Love
The funny thing was, I think you directly sent that picture to me as you were taking it.
Oh, I did. LeBron.
She's taller than you.
Simone Biles or Serena Williams?
Serena.
Of course you say Serena. You have her naked pregnant picture hung up on your wall. Messi or Ronaldo? This is for
Ronaldo.
Daly right
Yeah, I was
here.
gonna say,
Ronaldo.
wait, which was the guy that Daly made me watch?
That was Ronald Nino.
Oh, that I don't know. I don't know.
Ronaldo.
Okay, Ronaldo.
I'm
Yeah.
going Messi just because I have his jersey. I wore it on the mic.
Yeah, you can write Ronaldo down there.
So Ronaldo. Oh, thank you. Tom Brady or Michael Phelps?
Tom.
Tom Brady.
Tom. All right, down to entertainment. Stephen Colbert or Donald Glover?
That's a tough one.
Yeah,
Which one's the one, the younger
Colbert's
Glover?
Trash, but
Not Danny. Danny Glover's in Lethal Weapon, right?
Yeah, that's his,
Donald Glover's the rapper. It's not his kid.
Not?
No.
I thought it was
Colbert, because we don't even know who the other guy is.
Colbert.
Colbert.
Ellen or Kim Kardashian?
Ellen. Ellen's
How
pretty
does
cool.
Kim and Kanye both end up in this?
Kim K's fat ass is why she's in this. You better do
I'm
it.
going
Ellen's
with
pretty cool.
Ellen.
Yeah.
Fuck both of you.
No, she doesn't deserve to even be in this bracket.
Oh God. Have you ever seen that porn with her and Ray J?
No.
I have numerous times. The initial M.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Oh God.
Kylie Jenner or Oprah?
Oprah. I don't even know who Kylie Jenner is.
Kylie.
You don't know who So you're going to
She's a
not vote for Kim
freaking
K,
Billionaire.
but you're going to vote for
Yeah,
Kylie?
Oprah's like one of the richest.
Just to say
people in the-
screw you back, I'm going Oprah.
Okay, that's fine.
And that was racist that you didn't pick her. Jimmy Fallon or Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin
Even though I
Hart.
like Jimmy.
I do.
Yeah.
All right, so let's stay in entertainment and we'll work our way back around. Kevin Hart or Oprah?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Ellen or Stephen Colbert?
Ellen.
Ellen.
All right, and we'll just get to the final four in entertainment. Kevin Hart or Ellen?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
All right, Kevin Hart is in the final four out of the entertainment region. Up to the athletes, Tom Brady or Ronaldo?
Tom Brady.
LBJ or Serena?
LeBron.
LeBron.
LeBron or Tom? LeBron.
Tom.
Tom.
You guys fucked me.
Got him. The GOAT.
Tom Brady over LeBron James.
Yeah.
That's the most
TB12.
ridiculous racist thing I've ever heard.
Tom has a city named after him. Tampa Bay.
This.
That was his champ too. He
I
wanted
know.
that so
He's
bad.
so pissed.
Oh, I love it. On to the next one.
So LeBron James opens up schools for the unfortunate. And you know what Tom does? He was my rant 2 weeks ago. Tom collects from the government on
Sure.
his TB12 company
Why not?
for corona relief.
He's got to pay his staff.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It's not like he can put it in his pocket.
You guys are white
I'm
nationalists.
sure he's
Oh,
not the
God.
only one
Here
who
we
has a job,
go.
gets paid by her job, and gets paid by the government.
Look at up on the screen here. We've got most important athletes right now, and Tom was ranked 7, while LeBron was ranked like I think 2 or 3, something like that.
Right.
Oh, there he is 4. So
yeah.
yeah.
So you guys are
whatever.
wrong,
No
of
big
course. All right, over to music. Katy Perry or Beyonce?
Beyonce.
Katy Perry.
Beyonce. Wow.
Yeah.
Drake or T Swift?
Drake.
T Swift.
Oh, there goes my guy, man. Jersey Drake.
Beyonce or T Swift?
Beyonce.
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 The Queen Bee.
Yeah. The Rock or Jennifer Lawrence?
The Rock.
Amy Poehler or Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell or The Rock?
The Rock.
The Rock. All right. That's our final four. We have Beyonce out of the music region.
Yeah.
LeBron James out of the athlete region.
Yeah.
Or Tom Brady.
Or Tom Brady. That's right. You guys are morons. Kevin Hart out of the entertainment. Oh, that's funny.
What?
Oh, The Rock and Kevin Hart are both in the final four.
Yeah.
All right. So we have Tom Brady going against Kevin Hart for the biggest pop culture icon to get to the finals.
Tom Brady.
Or Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Big
I'm
point.
going Kevin Hart.
Okay.
Boom.
Beyonce or The Rock?
The Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock.
So we got The Rock first. I did not see this happening.
Brilliant. That's just how it goes.
So the winner of the biggest pop culture icon bracket, The Rock or Kevin Hart?
The Rock.
Do you smell
what The Rock?
what Twist is cooking?
Beautiful.
The Rock.
Love it.
Great. Good
I'll
stuff.
let my kids watch this part because they love Jumanji. And both
I
those guys-
just started watching that. Fantastic.
the first
The first one
of the new ones.
of the new ones.
Yeah, wait till you see the second one.
Oh, it's better?
Well, you got to get through the first, obviously, but it's just funny how
Don't
they
tell me
play
what
off
to
it.
do. I'll do what I want.
You do what you want to do.
All right, let's get into some topics. Twist style.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Put your hands together for the twist topics of the week.
All right.
Here we go.
Hit that numero uno. Oh, I did it again.
Yeah.
All right, topic number 1. Peter King believes Cam Newton isn't a lock to start. Do you agree or disagree?
I think that Peter King wants to just draw up interest in topics to talk about because I don't think there's a chance he's not going to be the starter. But I think that Peter King likes to remain relevant, so he's going to talk about it as if it's not a done deal.
He just did a tour of the bank.
Did he?
As he should have.
Yeah.
Anybody's welcome.
It is the best stadium in the league, according to theathletic.com.
It's a great stadium.
It is.
Yeah. Beautiful. So I believe that he isn't a lock, and I may be ignorant, but I still think he has to earn a spot, especially with a coach like Belichick. Belichick isn't just going to plug and play any guy. He's going to treat him as if he needs to earn his spot. Plus, you haven't seen him in like a year, right?
Right.
At least a healthy Cam. So we'll see.
Do you know where Cam makes his money?
Where?
It's in the post-game press conference with his with his apparel.
With his Medea apparel?
If he ain't starting, he ain't making that money.
Correct.
So he's starting for sure. Jarrett Stidham is not going to beat out Cam Newton. And I think it is going to be a competition just for the mere fact of Belichick
Right.
is going to make it one.
Correct.
Even though under the table we all know it's Cam and, yes, Peter King at, what is it, NBC Sports?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's just writing shit. Just the same thing I wrote that,
Sure.
Byron Leftwich is going to be the Vikings coach.
Right.
So,
Blog.
twist topic number 2. This is more for Greg. I know you're upset. What are your thoughts on the Danica A-Rod split?
I love it.
Do you?
I knew he was going to say that.
Okay, this is why.
Oh, here you go.
Why don't you let Twist Nation know in
let's
case
hear
they
it.
didn't know what's going on with
So
your boy?
Danica and Aaron broke up, and
Are those two lesbians?
so here's the thing.
Oh,
Aaron
you said
Rodgers,
Aaron.
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
Oh,
He hates
Aaron with an A.
everybody. He
Correct.
does. He doesn't even get along with his own family.
Right.
And he has the world's biggest chip on his shoulder and grudge that he holds on to. He still hates every team in the NFL that passed him over in the draft.
Yeah.
So Danica Patrick, who is a lifelong, way out in the open
Daddy.
Chicago Bears
Smoke
fan.
show too.
Chicago Bears fan. She's really short, by the way. She's like 5'1".
Why is it always got to be about height with this freaking giant?
What's the weather like later today, Greg?
All right. So my point is, because she's an way out there Chicago Bears fan, Aaron Rodgers now has another team to hate.
He didn't already hate the Bears?
No, he did, but now he's got a new reason to. So I just love it that Aaron Rodgers just has reasons to just be bitter
Man.
because he plays better when
These
he's like that.
drunken Scotties can come up with any paranoia.
Now he hates the Bears more because who broke up with who?
Doesn't matter. I have no idea.
Danica broke up with him. You
Fine,
know why?
Of course. Because he's a head case.
Because he has a little slinky.
No, I think it's because he couldn't get hard anymore because of freaking love is in the building.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Joe Love.
He's his head.
He broke
he's
up
just
with Olivia
head space.
Munn or Olivia Wilde or whichever one of those Olivias he dated.
Olivia Newton-John.
Could have been it.
Yeah, he couldn't get hard anymore.
Grease lightning.
We're looking for a sponsor, so if anybody on Twist Nation, RTF Sports Network, Twin Cities Network out there, we'll sponsor anything.
Yeah.
Greg will do the old man diapers.
Sure. Depends.
Yeah, depends. We'll sponsor GBG's rants.
Of course. Why not?
You know, you can do some beard, grease type.
Beard.
Cock grease is, I think it's what it's called.
Beard cream.
Beard balm.
I'll do like a hat sponsorship deal.
Oh,
or
here we
something.
go with the apparel.
I
sponsor.
still haven't worn the same hat in any of our shows,
That's good.
Nice.
and I got the streak is going to go for a while.
Nice.
So
He's
when
about-
I
Well,
when
'cause
I
you keep
start
buying hats.
when I start doing my hair like 3 episodes in a row, you'll be like, okay, he's out of hats.
So, yeah.
All right, great. So
Fantastic.
Danica dumped A-Rod.
Yep,
Twist
fine.
topic number 3. Antonio Brown says he's retiring.
Mm.
Do you believe him?
It's hard to retire when you're not playing.
I think this is pretty much the rest of the league saying to him, hey, we don't want you around, so he wants to get ahead of the story and say he's retiring. Now, if a team comes out and says, hey, we could use Antonio Brown, all of a sudden he's going to come out of retirement.
Well, I think that the NFL is going to slap on that suspension once they get into all that stuff anyways.
Yeah.
So we kind of wanted to say, no. I quit.
Sure.
Not you're firing me,
Yeah, as soon as they say, hey, because they'll tell them, they'll release the information
Yeah.
of if it's a year, it's 6 games, whatever,
Right.
then you're really going to find out. The funny thing to me is he came out and said, well, I've accomplished everything I need to. It's like, well, you don't have a Super Bowl ring.
Right.
You haven't.
That's all about him, though.
What?
He's a typical wide receiver.
So the
Sure.
year that the Steelers won, that was the year before he.
Yeah, he has not won a ring.
Yeah, he
They
was-
made it
he
and
was on-
lost.
Yeah,
I
he
thought
was
he
on
was a
he was on the team that when they lost to the
Okay.
Packers
Okay.
in 2011.
Of course, you'd bring that up.
Can you imagine that?
Twist topic number 4. Inside the bubble.
Mm.
Do you think Ben Simmons at power forward is a smart move for the 76ers? Greg, start.
This
He's itching away over there. Rah, rah.
This baffled me because the biggest concern anyone's ever had with Ben Simmons is that he doesn't shoot enough and he's too scared to shoot and all this. So now what are you going to do? You're going to put him in a position where it's a catch and shoot position.
Poppycock.
So when he was at least playing at a guard position, he was given the excuse to distribute the ball more, but now that he's at a position which is designed to touch and shoot, you get the ball, you shoot immediately,
Right.
and he's already scared to shoot. So are they forcing him to become more aggressive? Because if that's the play that they're doing, great, but then don't expect a lot from him until next year.
The thing with Ben Simmons is that you want him down low because that's where his strengths are, inside the paint, underneath the circle. He's not a perimeter
Dishing it
shooter. Yeah, and he can. You know,
Oh, phenomenal passer.
he's a ball handler. He can do all that. If he, this is brilliant. Why? The thing about it is he's not knocked for not being able to shoot the ball down low. He's knocked for not being able to do mid range and outside the circle. So you bring him down low, make him facilitate within the circle, inside outside game. It's beautiful.
He's not Devin Booker. What is this catch and shoot? What power forward are you thinking of that catches and shoots?
My point is that he's in a position now where he's going to have to be more aggressive. And the knock against him was that he wasn't aggressive enough.
If he had a perimeter shot, right? If he would be better than Giannis.
Well, how do you know? Because he doesn't shoot. You don't know if he's good at it or not. He's too scared to shoot.
No, he does. It's just
He can.
ugly.
Did you say,
It's very
did you say
ugly.
he'd be better than
Yes,
Giannis?
if he had an outside shot, he would be better than Giannis.
And if my aunt had nuts, she'd have been my uncle.
I'm just letting
She's
you know.
not.
I'm just letting you know.
No,
If
the
he-
thing is because he's more of a playmaker.
correct.
He facilitates. He can
would
drive.
Be a five
He would be.
player if he could shoot the outside
100%
shot.
agree.
He can
That is
already
ridiculous.
rebound. No, it's not at all. Not at all. Watch some of his tape easily.
You know, I was just going to ask Tevin if he agrees with you, but we already know that answer, you Packer
But I
bastard.
I do want to give you credit for pronouncing Giannis correctly.
I pronounce it correctly.
I know you do.
Yeah, it's-
I'll give you
it's
credit.
pronounced vagina.
Pronounce not the MVP this season.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
He's already got it.
No. On to the next one.
Yeah, so I like it, in case you guys were wondering.
Oh, thanks.
So I do. I do like him at point guard. I don't think point guards
Yeah.
need to shoot,
Right.
but I think they're trying to get a mismatch, change it up a little bit, try to get a competitive edge, like like Giannis was trying to do, telling people he wasn't playing basketball. Twist topic number 5. What are some takeaways from the first few games played in Major League Baseball? Now, I've been itching. I'm going to start.
Go ahead.
So you had your rant, Matt. So I'm not a big baseball watcher until October, typically. You know, Saturday afternoon, maybe after Twist, I'll turn it on. It's pretty boring.
You'll listen to the game on the way up to the lake today.
Yeah,
Yeah, they start at 1.
You know.
So you'll be good.
KFAN.com, whatever. So, but I did tune in for some of the Twins last night, right? It was unwatchable.
Really?
They had Cardboard Doge. Did you see him there at CBD Doge?
No.
Or at Twist Doge, whatever
No.
the hell is. Yeah, he was there in the stands.
I believe
It was horrible.
Why are you looking in the stand?
Because it's hard not to see cardboard figures
understand
behind.
that. I understand that.
You know, here's Matt. Well, I just watched the catcher and the
I'm
first
watching
baseman.
the game.
I understand that, but we all know there's no fans in the stands.
Sure.
So it's just, I don't like it.
But
I'd
the
rather
thing-
there be nobody.
Right, but you
Nothing.
don't like to watch baseball regardless
But I do.
in October.
Yeah, but I still will. Why are
Come
you
on.
putting words in my mouth?
Because you just said it. I already know it.
I didn't like it. It's
If
it's
we
unwatchable.
go to a Twins game, you'll watch it. You'll be enthused, but you are never the type to just watch from home.
No.
I understand that. So that's what I'm saying is that when I watch a baseball game, I'm into it, regardless of what's going on.
You know what I go to
outside.
Twins games for?
Dome Dogs?
That's what I go there for.
Dome Dogs.
Dome Dogs. I used to go there for the little crushed ice. I'd get a Coke. But really, I just look good in blue and red. I got some fresh all red shoes. I got a nice flat bill.
Yeah.
The toughest thing about going to a Twins game is what am I going to wear?
Or, yeah.
I mean, I got 3 or 4 top-notch hats. You know, I got some fresh gear.
Greg, what do you think about this MLB?
I wasn't done.
Oh, my God. I don't want to hear
Let the
about your
metrosexual
wardrobes.
keep talking.
I don't want to hear about your wardrobe.
But no, I was done with that part. But then it's seeing what the ladies are wearing, what they decided to bring out. They wearing a red dress, a little skirt, little.
The Bachelor over here.
No kidding.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, Greg's moving in
basically,
November.
what you just ironed out was that you could care less about the game and you just want to be a hater. That's okay.
No, I
That's
love.
okay.
I do like baseball. I do.
Right. Yeah.
Do you know there? Back in the day, a guy took a stopwatch, right? So pitcher throws to catcher.
Yep.
Hit. There was 9 minutes and like 12 seconds of actual gameplay in a baseball game.
Yeah.
It's boring.
Nah. I understand
It's
how
America's pastime.
No, I'm not necessarily saying that. I understand. You have attention deficit disorder.
I
and
don't at all.
And you like constant action. I get it.
Who preps this show?
You do.
Very attention, detail oriented. Yeah.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Greg?
All right. I like the fact that, Matt, you'll appreciate this.
Sure.
On average,
That's why they sit next to each other so they can hold each other's feet under the table.
Let's hear it.
So, on average, these teams are going to get 1 day off every 12 games they play.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I'm going to be interested in seeing is if this trend continues from especially last night. So, I got to watch 3 different games at the same time. None that I was really paying attention to, but I was just looking at certain things. How long do you keep your starting pitcher in for? And that's going to be very important because you can't have these guys pitching 7-8 innings and expect them to come back on 5 games rest when the season is so condensed. So I want to see how they start using bullpens, if they start using closers at the beginning of games.
Openers.
As openers.
Yep.
You know, what the Astros did it last year. The A's were really big at it. The Brewers did it. Even the Twins did it a lot last year, where you start using
The Rays did it too.
The Rays did it, where you start using 4 or 5 pitchers in one 9-inning game, where you don't have a designated starter. You just have 5 guys that are each designed to pitch about 2 innings.
And we do have breaking news. The NFL has confirmed that there is no preseason in 2020.
Wow.
Nice.
Thanks, T-Money. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's confirmed.
Yeah, it's confirmed.
Breaking news.
Beautiful.
All right, Matt, how do you feel about the whole couple games?
Love it.
Okay.
Love it. Love it all. Bring it on.
Great.
I wish that, I wish it was kind of like the hockey format because they have so many games going on in such a condensed time. I wish they would start more nooner games.
Yeah.
Play more earlier on baseball so you can watch it throughout the day. So the guy like me that goes to bed super early can watch a game.
They should put the digital fans in the stands. That's do it.
I like the idea of advertising in the stands,
You
like
like
Matt
that?
was saying. Put it in the green screen.
Lock it in.
Oh, weird. You guys agreed again. All right.
Get the Twist logo.
That's your Twist Topics. It's time for GBG's final thought to
Love
end
it.
the show.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So a couple weeks ago on my show, GBG, I talked about how LeBron James would actually have more of an effect on the Black Lives Matter, I'll just say it once, movement, because if he didn't put that hashtag on his jersey. Well, sure enough, on Wednesday, after the first preseason game, all these different reporters had a whole list of questions for him all about the game. LeBron James used that post-game opportunity to not say one thing about the game, but what he talked about was how it's not the Black Lives Matter movement, it's the Black Lives Matter lifestyle. It can't be something that has a start date and an end date. It has to be the way we live our lives forever. So, like I was saying, that he has more power by not just putting that name on the back, by forcing people to understand that this is going to be a lifestyle. And I give him a lot of credit for that. And I actually give a lot of credit too to Maverick Carter, his agent, his best friend, because they did this together. They decided from a marketing standpoint, he'll have more of a, more prominence by not putting it on and forcing people to discuss it when they want to talk about basketball. He plays basketball between the lines. When he gets a microphone in front of him, he can talk about what he wants, and he's powerful enough to do it. I give him a lot of credit for doing it.
Good for you. Good for him.
Brilliant.
And you voted for Tom Brady in the bracket.
Yes, I did, because
Tampa Bay.
so
What a show.
I didn't want to piss you off.
Felt good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you back.
Thank you.
Episode 32 in the books. Pat Micheletti, thank you. Bricks Boatworks for allowing that interview. Next week, Aaron Torres, Fox Sports writer.
Can I have my pen back?
Legends coming through on the guest list. TC, Minnesota, land of the lakes, Boo, Green Bay. That's all I gotta say. Yelling skull with the woe.